you're in a presentation and you can kind of see the light dim in people's eyes. So they're either confused or they're bored or they
start fidgeting.
Yeah, they're fidgeting.
Yeah.
Move on.
Choose your words very well. So I don't know is very different from I'm not sure. I'm not sure says there's space for me to figure it out. I don't know says I'm not capable.
Has there been an instance where you've successfully turned around a bad pitch? So you see that suit and tie in the room that's stiff and just giving you a hard time, and you actually turned them around. Have you ever had that happen at all?
Yeah, so they came with some questions that I didn't have answers to, and I immediately started talking, and then I could hear myself. I was like, this is nonsense. I was like, you're talking nonsense. I could see it in the room. So then I paused and I was like, actually, I don't know. Like flat out, I said, I don't know. And I gave it a beat. I was like, I'm not sure. But then I posed a question instead of trying to answer.
In some cases, like you can notice that, okay, maybe I came in a little too formal. And you notice that one person who's rigid maybe is not formal. And then you just start loosening up maybe the way that you're saying, maybe crack a little bit of a little joke.
That's something else that sometimes really works for me, is that I ask that person the question and you start a conversation. And then what ends up happening is they help you answer the question.
Can you share an experience of a pitch that bombed, like in the pitch itself, and how you knew it was crashing?
So I guess that's been my experience of bombing. Sometimes being underprepared, or even when you're prepared, you get in there and there's just one or two characters who don't like what you're pitching, and that's the end of the story.
When it comes to the end, give them the opportunity to ask questions, and then you have an opportunity to recover by clarifying a question.
Sometimes you pitch knowing that you're not going to get it, but it's just so that you can get in their radar and then they know what you can do.
Sometimes when I know that it's going amazing, all right, is that everyone is contributing.
Probably my best pitches have been where I've had an appointment, I've sat down with somebody, and there's been a little bit of a personal connection where we can talk about ourselves as human beings, and we find something that we identify around, often something outside of the industry.
As I comment on something, I would call somebody's name, and then people tend to wake
Come
up.
back, yeah.
Because we all love to hear our names, don't we?
You kind of establish like that synergy. When you get to that point of synergy with the clientele or like whoever you're pitching to, then you're like, okay, here we are, synergy.
But the moment they say thank you and everybody's leaving the room, that little conversation that you have in the whole way out can actually change whatever decision that they had.
How has the journey been for you? How have you bridged what the studios asked for, but your own story and your own perspectives?
When you're pitching to someone, you gotta first of all look at yourself and find out, am I offering the right thing? And if I am, why are they even asking me to pitch?
Not everyone's gonna like your stuff, but it doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that the person who's listening to it at that time isn't understanding or seeing your vision.
I think you have to kind of reevaluate it and just say, and reevaluate is a very key word here. I'm not saying change it, reevaluate it, because what might be wrong with it has nothing to do with the underlying inspiration and idea. It's probably just the execution of it.
At the end of the day, everything is a business and everything needs to make money. And that's a thing that a lot of people forget. They think it's all about having fun. But at the end of the day, these guys are professionals. That's your business.